What is going on, aliens? I'm Mike Rosa, and today I'm doing my first ever Q&A on this channel. I literally can't believe I haven't done one yet, so it's about freaking time I do. But I'm taking 10 random questions from my 500k thank you video. I asked you guys to ask me questions, so everyone who did, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who left a comment. I haven't gotten to those comments yet, but I will be doing them by the end of tonight. I just wanted to make sure I got this video out, because it's been a little bit of a while since I put out a video. Gotta be better than that, Mike. Let's get after it. We can always get better. So let's stop me talking so much, because I probably will keep on rambling. Let's get right into these questions. Just smash that thumbs up button for me. Okay, thanks. Let's go. Alright, aliens, so question number 1 is, how old are you, how tall are you, and how do you maintain gains still? Well, I'm 23 years old, I'm 5 foot 9 inches. You guys ask like every other video how tall I am. Do I really look that short? I know I'm not like a wicked tall guy, but come on. But how do I maintain my gains still? Well, realistically, so I started getting seriously into lifting a little over 6 years ago at this point, and I loved it ever since. I haven't missed a week going to the gym since 6.5 years ago, since I very first started. So it's really become a passion of mine from day one, and I just push myself to always get better. I change up my frequencies, I make sure I'm enjoying my actual programming. That's one of the hardest things I think for people. They try to do something so aggressive at first, or they just do a type of training that they completely hate, and it takes so much fun out of the process that they can't sustain it. I've always had a blast training, so I've been able to maintain my gains because I'm able to constantly progress because I'm enjoying the process of that actual progression. If I didn't enjoy going to the gym, I don't know exactly how I'd be able to make results, if I'd be able to push myself to get there. Like, I freaking love going to the gym. I love making gains. It's literally what I live for, and it's what I love to do and preach to all of you. So it's not really an issue for me to maintain gains because I'm constantly putting in the work. So I always tell people, establish your consistency, then you can work on your quality, and then you can increase that quantity. Just establish that consistency because you need to have structure. You need to have a foundation, and then once you've established that foundation, you can do the fine detail work. So that's how I maintain my gains. It's always just a fun process of trying new things, figuring out what works best, and then keep getting to that next level. No limits. On to question 2 now, and it is, where would you be today if you had changed courses in life? Whew, that's a big question. But actually, before I got in love with exercise, I wanted to be a lawyer. Now, there was a little background that goes into that. So growing up, I had the most loving, supportive, amazing family possible. They did everything for me, and I couldn't be more thankful. But I still managed to get in trouble. I lacked so much self-confidence in myself. I would do stupid things that would just lead me down a road of bad people and bad decisions, and I got in a good amount of trouble. So I actually wanted to be a criminal defense lawyer for people who kind of lost their way and needed someone to support them when no one else really did. That's my original intentions of what I wanted to get into before I got into fitness. But then I fell in love with fitness, and I really found like I found my purpose in life. It's something I could be passionate about forever. So everything changed when I fell in love with fitness. But if I wasn't in the fitness industry, I think I'd be somewhere in the lawyer industry. On to question 3 now, and it is, can you rate the muscle groups from easiest to hardest? Okay, we'll keep this to major muscle groups. So I think the easiest muscle group to train is shoulders. There's just such a huge variety of exercises for each head of the shoulder, the deltoid. So I find that the easiest one to train, and there's just so much variety that you can put on a ton of size relatively quick, in my opinion. Then I go on to chest. Then I'd say triceps. The pushing movements all combined, they really do a great job of assisting each other and helping overall growth. So I'd probably go shoulders first, and then I'd do chest, and then I'd say triceps, and then I'd go on to the back. Since it's such a big muscle area, there's a ton of little fine-tuned muscles that you can work for overall development, work the width and the thickness, and I think the back can really be built relatively quick. I just enjoy pushing movements more, so pulling movements I put secondary to my pushing movements. Then after back, I'd actually go on to legs. Then I go on to biceps. You're gonna be shocked by this. I don't really like training biceps. I don't know why, but I've actually started to enjoy leg day and every other day more than hitting biceps. It's just how it is, and that's probably the order I'd rate from easiest to hardest. Question 4 now, and it is, have you ever considered getting into bodybuilding? Absolutely. One of my biggest inspirations is actually my Uncle Joe. He's a natural bodybuilder. He has been his whole life. He competes over 50, and I really do look up to him. He's so humble, he's so inspiring, and he's the biggest reason I've remained drug-free to this day. Now, for those of you who don't know, I compete competitively in powerlifting, so strength is my focus, but my training style is power building, which is a mix of powerlifting movements with bodybuilding movements. So I still do focus on my aesthetics, so I am setting myself up to be successful successful down the road if I want to make the transition into bodybuilding. Now, if I do, it will be a little later on in my career, meaning I'm focused on powerlifting right now. I compete at the national level and I want to give it all I got on that platform, so strength has to come first. But the day I really want to just step on that stage and see what physique I can show off to the world, I'll get into bodybuilding and I'll go on a natural stage first and I'll show off what I can do. Like, there are no limits, and I believe that I can do powerlifting now, I can get into bodybuilding later, or maybe I'll even do sooner and do a little bit of both. Who knows, but I definitely can see myself getting on the stage someday for a bodybuilding show. On to question 5, how did you manage drinking when you were younger and how did it affect your progress in the gym? So I actually have a full detailed video on this subject about my experiences with alcohol and fitness that I'll link a card above right now so you can go check it out. But really, I'll briefly go over it again. So when I was growing up, I got into alcohol at a younger age. I mean, I just started drinking with my friends literally in like 8th grade, and it continued and escalated throughout high school, and then come college, I went to a party school, UNH, let's go, and we drank a lot. So realistically, I was going out basically every week with my friends, getting fucked up, having a great time, just living life to the fullest, and I have no regrets about that. It definitely regressed. Not necessarily regressed, but it didn't help me progress nearly as fast or as well with my gains in the gym. Now, that being said, I still made significant progress because I was always that kid. After a whole night of drinking, I'd be at the gym the next day. I don't give a shit if I was hungover. I don't give a shit if I had leg day, if I had to go run 6 miles. I was getting my work done, and that's because I loved it. If I didn't love it, the mindset I was in and those hangovers, I probably wouldn't have gone. But I loved it and I wanted to see progress. So no matter what I did for social events, I was always in the gym making my gains and chasing to that next level. So if you are drinking a lot and just kind of living your life to the fullest and just going out with your friends a bunch and having a crazy social life, I actually embrace that. I'm a huge advocate for mentally being healthy as well. So if you are going out and having a great time, and that's keeping you on track actually by making you want to go to the gym more, by making you need to earn those weekends, then do it. Like, you gotta make stepping stones, and maybe eventually you slow down your drinking like I did. I significantly drink less now than I did before, but I'll still go out and get fucked up with my friends. As long as I'm getting to the gym the next day and getting my work done and pushing myself, I'm all good because I'm gonna keep getting to that next level. On to question 6, and it is, how much do you bench press and what are your favorite workouts for chest? So my max ever on bench is 410 pounds. I'll convert that to kilograms on screen because let's be real, I'm not gonna do that in my head. But, and then my favorite workouts for chest, I'll give you my top 3 exercises. So I freaking love bench pressing, that's by far number 1. But then valley presses, so you have 2 dumbbells, push them together, and then all the way in, all the way out, and it just rocks my chest. And then I actually am a huge fan of 1-arm cable flies. I feel you get a great range of motion and a really great stretch and flex for the chest. So that's also one of my favorites. Now we on to 7, and it is, how do you pick the exercises for the intense workouts? Do you come up with them, and how do you think when making them? I freaking love this question. So a lot of the intense workout exercises I actually created myself. I'll spend hours on a floor and just doing different movement patterns and feeling what muscles are being activated, what muscles aren't being activated, and how they can fit into specified muscle group focuses for my intense workouts. It's really a cool process actually because I'm doing all these weird types of movements and I'm feeling my muscles work in ways that I may not have really ever felt before. Then I put them in a combination with exercises I've learned along my journey from other instructors, from other YouTube videos, just from all over, and the combination and overall routines that are developed are intense as hell, which you guys know and love, and I'm gonna keep coming at it and I'm gonna keep finding new ways to do variations of movements to spark muscle activation in all different sorts of ways. I have a freaking blast creating the intense workouts. I love being able to be creative behind them, and like I said, I'm creating something, like I'm creating a lot of these exercises, and a lot of the exercises that I create are in my app Exerprise, and it's really cool because I'm able to help expand exercise libraries for everyone. Like, I have such a fun time programming because I can be so creative with all these variations and basically keeps training always fun. And that's why you won't see intense workouts repeating the same types of exercises or the same processes, meaning that exercise followed by that exercise and so forth, because I'm always trying to change it up for you guys to have more alternatives while they're all still being effective. So that's kind of the process that goes behind my intense workout development. Whatever can absolutely smoke that muscle in a different way than the previous intense workouts, it's gonna happen because, oh, we're getting after it. Almost there, aliens. On to number 8 now, and it is, what happened to your old partner, Eric? So I've kind of stayed away from this question for a while now, but he's been out of Anabolic Aliens for over a year, and I can be a little more open about what happened, but I still can't disclose full details. So when he first separated from the company, we kind of just said he went his own way to pursue different goals, but the unfortunate realism is we just never got along. We met in high school through baseball, actually. I was a sophomore, he was a senior, and we met on the baseball team. And that's kind of how we established a connection. And then we were lifting at the same gym and got into fitness kind of around the same time. And that's how Anabolic Aliens formed. It was just two guys who loved working out and then started something. And I don't know if you noticed this, but a lot of the videos in the beginning, we never actually did our videos together. It was always me putting out a video, him putting out a video. It was pretty separated. And that was because I was a full-time college student. He was finishing up at school and then he had a full-time job. So that's kind of how Anabolic Aliens went for a few years, and we were always bickering as hell behind the scenes, and we never actually hung out, which surprises a lot of people, but that's just how it was. And then when I graduated college, I was doing Anabolic Aliens full-time. I was putting all of my heart, time, effort, and just soul into making this business what it is today. And at that point in time, he still had a full-time job. He wasn't able to commit the same amount of time as me, and I understood, but it was really frustrating because I was doing significantly more. And then it got to a point where I literally was releasing 4 videos to his 1 video, and his 1 video, I was helping him create the content for his 1 video. So I was doing his video, I was doing all my videos, then I came out with the whole workout app, Exerprise idea, and I did all the navigations behind that. So I was doing all these things, and he wasn't really around for much of this. Like, it was pretty ridiculous that we were getting paid the same amount, but that's how it went down for a couple months. We kept going back and forth about it. Then it got to a point where Exerprise, the YouTube channel, everything started to really grow. And I wanted to take it to the absolute next level. And he couldn't quit that extra job he had because, I mean, like, financial stuff, I don't know his situation, but he wasn't able to give the same amount of effort and time that I was. And we had a really big issue with that, especially when he told me that he didn't believe in Exerprise. So that was a huge hit to me, and we just kept going back and forth, and we actually got our company evaluated at 5 mil. So terrible timing, because a week later, I actually ended up buying him out of the company because we decided that he wasn't able to give his all and believe in Anabolic Aliens like I was and take it to the next level. So we separated, and that was the end of that. And honestly, we're not friends today. We don't talk. I'm not going to say anything bad, but I'm incredibly happy to where I am today, and I couldn't be more thankful to everyone who still supports me. And let's just keep getting to the next level because no limits. One more to go after this. We on number 9, and it is, what do you think is the hardest workout? So I'm going to assume you're asking what the hardest workout on my channel is. Now I'm going to pick one that I just remember so vividly because I was sore for like 5 days after this. And it's the intense 5-minute at-home quad workout. Literally body weight only. I don't care if you squat over 500 pounds. This quad workout is freaking brutal. I don't know if you guys have tried it yet or not. Leave a comment if you have. But it is by far, I think, the hardest workout on my channel. On my quads, I just remember literally limping for like a couple days after. And on to number 10, the final question of this video, and it is, are calisthenics as effective as weightlifting? So here's my honest answer. I have a ton of bodyweight only routines on my channel. I would not have released those if you couldn't make gains from them. You can 100% make significant gains and continue to make progress without any equipment at all. So bodyweight only at home, you can still make gains. Don't think you can't, you can do it, believe in yourself. Now that being said, I highly recommend going to a gym if you have the option. And that's because you have so much more variety, so you can make gains faster. Whether it's different levels of resistance, different equipment options, different exercise options, you have so much more variety at a gym to to help you get to your goals a lot faster. So if you have that option, definitely go for it because you will progress faster. But like I said, you 100% can still make gains right from home with only your body weight. So you just gotta push yourself and keep monitoring that progression to ensure you're going forward. Let's keep getting after it. I hope you guys like this little Q&A video. It's the first time I've ever done one, so leave a comment if you want me to do another one, and we can definitely play one out. I love answering your questions and trying to help to the best of my ability. So smash that thumbs up button for me and click the notification bell right next to subscribe so you don't miss any video uploads from me. I'm uploading multiple videos a week and you don't want to miss any. Thanks again for all the support, aliens. Peace!